I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us. Today is day 6 of our 30-day Reset and Renew series. In today's class, we'll get our bodies moving and engage our body's natural fat-burning capability. You'll notice a different set for today's video. Let's experience our chair yoga practice as a community together. Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol and I'm so glad you've joined us today. So I hope you're enjoying our new format with some shorter and longer classes. We've added some new sections to the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage to make it easier to find the classes by length or by purpose or body area. So be sure and check it out. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. Don't forget it's free. And we'd love to hear from you, so leave me a comment. Now, in today's practice, we're going to explore some poses to get that body moving and engage your body's natural fat-burning capability. You'll only need your chair for today's practice, and let's get started. All right, so we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair. Let's go ahead and move forward a little bit, right? So we're not leaning back. We're going to place both feet firmly on the floor, and we call this grounding. So I want you to think about those 4 pressure points. So there's one behind the big toe, behind the little toe, and the 2 points of the heel. And think about having all 4 of those pressure points equally weighted on the floor. And the next thing I want you to think about are your sits bones. So we want to have them have equal weight in both of those sits bones so they're grounded to the chair, okay? Next, we're going to lift our heart up and lower our shoulders out of our ears, right? So we want to engage that belly. So the minute you lift your heart, you should begin to feel the activation through those abdominal muscles. We're going to place our hands lightly on our thighs, palms facing up, if that works for you. Close your eyes. And if you don't like closing your eyes, you can just soften and look down, but connect to that heart center. So just connecting to your breath, feeling that natural inhalation and exhalation. Let's go ahead and elongate the breath, inhaling a little more deeply, exhaling a little more completely. Let's do that again. Inhale to 4 counts. And exhale to 5 counts. One more time. Inhale to 4 counts, just your own counting. Exhale to 5 counts. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's take another deep breath in. And release it. Beautiful. We're going to roll our shoulders up and back and down. Let's do that again. Rolling them up and back and down and reverse it. Let's do that. So trying to feel what's happening in your body as you're rolling these shoulders, right? What's happening in your neck and in those shoulders? How is it feeling? Lovely. All right. Just kind of move around a little bit if you want to. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop our right ear to our right shoulder. All right. Let's reach up with that right hand and we're just going to lay it gently on the head. We're not going to pull or tug. We're just going to let the weight of this hand give a little extra stretch. Go ahead and extend that other arm out. And one more breath here. Oh yeah. Let's release it. Oh my goodness. Go ahead and look up. Whew, lift that head up is what I meant to say. Let's go to the other side. So first of all, we're going to let that head fall. Now, this may be enough for you, right? If you've got pretty tight muscles here in the neck, this may be all you want. It's fine. But if you want to go ahead and add that hand, we're just going to lay it gently on that head, right? We're not pulling or tugging, just letting the weight of it extend a little bit more into that stretch. Let's go ahead and take that other hand, and we're lengthening that arm out. Oh, yeah. One more breath here. Let's bring one arm in, release the head, and bring it up. Oh, my goodness. Let's roll one shoulder at a time. How about it? And reverse it. It feels good. Whatever works for you, right? If you prefer the 2-shoulder roll, that's good. It doesn't matter, right? Just kind of what works for you. Okay, we're going to move into a cat and a cow. This is our spinal warm-up. We do them every time. They're so important, though. So we're going to place our hands lightly on our thighs, pull that belly in, tuck the chin, round the shoulders, right? So we're creating that little cat look. All right, one more breath here. Now we're going to lift up. We're going to grab the back of our chair, squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back, and lift your heart. So here is a cow pose. So we've got a few options for cow pose. We're going to do this option today. All right, let's go back to cat. Here we go. Release those hands in your lap. Pull your belly button in. Tuck your chin. Look down at your lap. All right, let's do one more breath here. And we're going to lift back up, and we're going to grab the back of our chair and lift. Oh, yeah. That should feel really, really good. And release. Give me more shoulder rolls. I don't care. 2 at a time, 1 at a time. You can move around a little bit, right? You can move that head a little bit. It's all good, right? Kind of a free form, what feels good to you. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to move into our mountain pose. So we're going to start in goalpost arms. Let's extend those fingers a little bit. Now, if you have arthritis in your hands, I wouldn't do this, right? It's okay, just stay here. But if you don't and you want to stretch those fingers a little bit in our goalpost arms, do so. All right, now we're going to release those fingers. We're going to stay in goalpost arms, and we're just going to lean our mountain. Okay? Now, thinking about stretching this hip down. So we want to really be feeling a lot of stretch in this side waist. Let's come up, and we're going to lean our mountain the other way. Oh, that should feel really, really good. All right, let's come up. Now, we're going to lean our mountain, and then all I want you to do is keep your arms right where they are. Don't move your arms, but I want you to turn, and I want you to look up at the ceiling. You might feel a little more stretch in that side waist. Are your sits bones still on the chair, right? Are your feet still on the floor? All right, let's take that twist out. Let's come up, and we're going to go the other way. And then we're going to turn, and we're going to look up at the ceiling. That should feel really, really good. Beginning to stretch out that side waist a little bit more. One more breath here. Look center and come up. Bring those hands down. All right. Does that feel good? Okay. Last thing before we move on. We're going to take this hand and we're going to place it on the outside of that knee. Okay. Opposite hand is going to go on the chair behind me. Extend the spine long. Turn and look over your shoulder. So just a seated twist. We're breathing here. One more breath and release. And let's come the other way. Here we go. This hand is out. This hand back behind your chair. Lift and twist. Don't hold your breath. Just your natural breath here. One more breath and face forward. All right. Let's grab a sip of water. Okay, we're going to start in a warrior one. So we're going to take our knee and bring it wide, right? So we've got that inner thigh stretching happening. So we're going to let this knee fall down towards the floor. All right, hands to heart. Now, this is one version of a warrior one. The other version is you can have your hands extended, which is fine, but I encourage you to have hands at heart first until you feel like you've got the bottom part of your body set. Then you can add those arms if you want to. I'm going to stick with my hands at heart because I want to. It's okay, right? Okay, so now from here, we're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to move from our warrior one to a warrior two. So I guess actually hands in the air is going to make it a little bit easier. And then we're going to windmill around and we're going to extend this leg long. We'll be up on that side of that foot. This knee is angled towards the second toe of this foot. Warrior two. Now we're going to flip this palm up and back and reverse our warrior. Come back to a warrior two. So we're going to move from warrior two to a crescent lunge. This leg is going to stay extended. This hand is going to come down and around, and we're going to be up on those back toes in a crescent lunge, okay? So all I did is I turned from here in a warrior two up onto those toes as I came into my crescent lunge, okay? We're going to take a deep breath here, and we're going to move back to that warrior two. We're going to reverse our warrior up and back. Back to warrior two and release, okay? Just take a moment. I'm going to do the other side. And then our add-ons are going to be all part of that whole crescent lunge. So I just want to just to flow into it first, and then we will add into that crescent lunge. So let's do the other side. So this leg is going to extend out. Remember, we want to be up on the edge of that foot. This knee is open to the second toe. We're feeling a pretty good stretch on that inner thigh here. Bring those arms out into that warrior two. Oh, you know what? I was going to start on warrior one, wasn't I? Okay, let's come back to center. It's okay. Not that it really matters, but I guess if we did it one way on one side, then let's do it that way on the other side. So let's take that knee and let's open it up nice and wide. Okay, then we're going to drop this knee down, and there's our warrior one. Okay, you feel that? So that knee is straight down, bring your hands to your heart. So here we are in our warrior one pose. You can bring those hands up to the ceiling, shoulders are down, belly is tight. All right? Now we're going to take this hand and we're going to windmill it around to our warrior two. Now we're in warrior two. So as I mentioned a minute ago, we want to be up on that side of that foot, right? This knee is in alignment with these toes, right? So don't have that knee folded in, super important. Ribs are center, squeeze the muscles against the bones in those arms. Let's reverse our warrior up and back. All right, now we're going to come back to warrior two. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this right hand and we're going to windmill it down and around. And now I'm up on those back toes, right? So I'm in a crescent lunge. Belly is tight. One more breath. Come back to that warrior two and release it. Okay, how's everybody feeling? So we're going to do that again, that same vinyasa, but then in our crescent lunge, we're going to add some things on. All right, so first of all, let's get to our warrior one. Open that knee wide. Let this knee fall down towards the floor. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale here, exhale, hands to the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, move to that warrior two. Inhale here, inhale here, flip that palm up and back. Back to your warrior two. Okay, are we ready? We're going to move to that crescent lunge. All right, so I'm on those back toes. My hands are up to the ceiling. Let's everybody reach down and grab your chair just for a moment. Now, what we're going to do, actually, you know what? Let's bring our hands to heart and let's come to goalpost arms first. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades behind our back. We're going to look up towards the ceiling. All right, one more breath here. Now, we're going to bring our hands back to heart. Let's everybody grab our chair first. We're going to take this back knee and we're going to bring it up, and then we're going to bring that foot back. We're going to lift that knee up. We're going to bring that knee back. We're going to press it up. Back we go. Lift it up. Press it back. Bring your hands back to your heart. Goalpost arms. Squeeze. Look up at the ceiling. One more breath and release it. Whew, how does that feel? Yeah, that's pretty challenging, isn't it? Lifting that foot up like that, that's a challenge. You got to hold on to that chair. All right, let's do the other side. So we're going to take that knee and open it up nice and wide. Let this knee fall down towards the floor. Back to that warrior one, right? We've done this a few times now. We should kind of have an idea of where we're headed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the ceiling. All right, are we ready? We're going to take our right hand, windmill it around into that warrior two. Let's flip that palm up and back. Oh yeah, back to our warrior two. Now this hand is just going to kind of windmill down and around, and we're going to be in that crescent lunge. So I'm up on those back toes, getting a pretty good stretch right here, right? Goalpost arms, let's squeeze the shoulder blades behind our back and look up at the ceiling. One more breath. Bring those hands back up. Let's do that one more time. Goalpost arms, squeeze. Put the hands on the chair. Ready? We're going to bring that back knee up and back. Bring it up and back. Bring it up and back. One more. Bring it up and back and release. Okay. Whew. So, next thing we're going to do the same thing, but this time when we lift our foot up and back, we're going to see if we can do it with hands at heart or goalpost arms. All right, warrior one. Ready? Drop that knee down. Hands to heart. Inhale here, hands to the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, move to your warrior two. Inhale here, flip that palm up and back. Back to your warrior two. Take that left hand down and around. We're going to move into that crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart. Goalpost arms. Open, look up at the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back. Bring your hands back to your heart. Here we go. Are we ready? Lift, press it back. Lift that knee up, press it back. Lift that knee up. Can you do goalpost arms instead? One more. Lift it up, press it back. Squeeze. One more breath. Bring your hands down. Face forward. Other side. Here we go. We're not stopping, are we? Open it up. Warrior one. Let that knee fall down. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Hands to the ceiling. Oh my goodness. Ready? Here we go. Warrior two. My heart rate is up. Is yours? Flip that palm up and back. You're doing great. You're doing so good. Back to that warrior two. All right, are we ready? Right hand is going to come down and around to that crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart. Open to goalpost arms. Look up at the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back. Bring your hands to your heart. Are we ready? Lift. Press it back. Maybe you go to goalpost arms. Press it back. Maybe you stay hands at heart. Press it back. One more. Lift it up. Press it back. Everybody, goalpost arms. Squeeze. Look up at the ceiling. Bring your hands to your heart. Face forward and release. Oh, how does that feel? Yeah? Heart rate up a little? My heart rate's up. All right, let's grab a sip of water. Okay, we're going to move into that half Lord of the Fishes pose. So we're going to take our right knee, open it nice and wide. Feel that inner thigh stretching. Take that arm, bring it all the way across your body, grab the chair. Crown of the head lifts towards the ceiling, and then we're going to turn and look over the back of our chair. Let's release that and do that one more time. Lift and twist. And release it. Okay, we're going to let this knee fall down towards the floor. Press your foot back behind you if you want it that way. You're up on those back toes. Heart is lifted. Crescent lunge. Let's release that knee and do that one more time. Pressing the back of the kneecap up. Heart is lifted. and release. Good. Face forward. We're going to let this leg extend that leg out, toes towards the ceiling. All right. Lift. Let that heart fall forward, keeping the back flat. Let's go ahead and lift up and do that one more time. Don't forget to extend the spine first, then let that heart fall forward. And release it. Okay, we're going to do our pigeon pose. So you've got options here. You can cross your ankle to ankle if that feels better for you, or you can cross ankle to knee. Let's extend the spine long and let our heart just fall forward. You should be feeling a pretty good stretch through this hip and glute here. Let's lift up and rock our baby. So we're just kind of moving that joint a little bit. All right, let's do that again. Extend the spine long. This time I'm going to put my elbow here on my knee, and I'm going to put my chin on my fingers and press. And if you don't like this, it's okay. Just do the other version. It's all good. One more breath. And rock that baby. Okay, and the final version, you got two others. If you'd rather either of those two are fine. Or extend your hands up towards the ceiling, out as far towards the wall in front of you as you can go, and then let those hands just drop towards the floor. Release that, and let's do the other side. So we're going to take this knee and open it nice and wide. Bring that hand all the way across your body. Grab the chair. Crown of the head lifts. Turn. Look over the back of your chair and breathe. Let's release that and do it again. Lift and twist. And release. This knee falls towards the floor. Pushing that foot behind you, lifting your heart into your crescent lunge. Let's release that and do it again. So it's kind of thinking about pressing the back of the kneecap up towards the ceiling, and you'll really get a nice stretch in the front of that leg. And release it. Face forward. Okay, this leg is going to extend out, toes to the ceiling. Lift through the spine, let that heart fall forward. Let's go ahead and come up. Do that one more time. Extend and hinge. Okay, pigeon pose. We're going to cross either ankle to ankle or ankle to knee. Lengthen through the spine and let that heart fall forward, feeling that stretch in this hip and glute. All right, let's lift our heart up, rock our baby. And do that again. Extend first. Let's put that elbow here, chin on fingers, pressing gently. And up we go. Rock your baby. And you can do either of those two versions, or if you like this one, extend the arms up to the ceiling, out towards the wall in front of you, and let that heart fall forward. And release. All right, let's sit back in our chair. You can lean back now. Just place your hands lightly on your thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes or soften your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Power to improve. It's easy and often very reasonable and appropriate to blame others for your problems. But it's almost impossible to get others to solve those problems for you. No matter how culpable others may be, there are some aspects of your problems that are due to your own attitude or behavior. Those are the places to direct your focus and your energy. If you can get the cooperation of others, that's great. But when you can't, there's still much you can do to improve the situation. You're not going to get a speeding train to stop so you can cross the tracks, but you can wait for it to pass. You're not going to get a corporation or institution or politician to instantly make a change in policy. Yet, you can position yourself so that policy doesn't negatively affect you as much. Deploy your attention, energy, and efforts where they will do the most good. Rather than cursing what you cannot change, capitalize on the many things that are within your power to improve. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Remember, if you would click on that subscribe button, I would appreciate it. Leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.